Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Witcher Season 4, Episode 8, final episode of this Season 4. I'm stressed and excited, which is a good thing. For how I began the binge watching of this Season 4, guys, I was clearly more stressed and not that much excited for all of the reasons that I already explained a lot about the fact that they changed Geralt, the actor playing Geralt, about the fact that a lot of fans, were making comments about the story, so I was afraid that it wouldn't be good enough. And now I'm just feeling excited, and in fact, I appreciated this season so far. I'm going to tell you a little more about it during this intro. If you didn't see my reaction videos about this season 4 and maybe also about the previous seasons, I'm going to put a link into the eye for the playlist that I made for The Witcher, in which you can find all of my reaction videos into the chronological order. And you're gonna find really all of my reaction videos to this season 4, but also to the previous seasons when I discovered them with you guys. If you want, you have my Patreon on which you can be sure to have these reaction videos, because I don't know how it's gonna be with Netflix for publishing these reaction videos for this season on YouTube. Like really with Netflix now you can never know. So if you see videos disappearing, if you have the impression that I posted something and in fact after that you're not seeing it anymore, it's because of that. I can promise you that I'm gonna edit these reaction videos for YouTube. I'm gonna try to publish them, I'm gonna fight for them, make different versions and all. But if it's not enough, come on my Patreon. At least on my Patreon you can be sure to have these reaction videos, and you have a lot of advantages. All along this season you had one episode of advance each time. All along this season you have two options. With the level 2 you have a longer reaction part than the version that I post on YouTube, and because it's long episodes it's really a longer reaction part, like it's 9 minutes longer, something like that, around that, so it can be really interesting. And with the level 3, it's even better. You have everything, my reactions and my thoughts to the entire episode. If you want, guys, to have these advantages, come on my Patreon. You have also the full opacity, clearly, for these videos on my Patreon. And yes, it's the best way to support me. I'm a little reactor, and I think that's why I'm being targeted that much by Netflix. I can see that some other reactors who are not so respectful, not respecting the fair usuals, are not being targeted that much. Not blaming the reactors, so good for them, blaming a little the hypocrisy of the platform, but hey, it's like that. If you want my reactions and my thoughts to everything, if you want to support me, you have my Patreon for that. Like I was saying earlier, 1 or 2 minutes earlier in this intro, I appreciated this season. Yesterday I was on stream and I tried to give my opinion about this season without saying any spoiler. And really the two things that I talked about, it's for sure Geralt and the change of actor, and I said that for me it was alright, it was making the job in the sense that the character is exactly written the same for the lines, for what he does, so for sure I can see the character, doing things. For sure, changing the actor, it's changing the voice, it's changing the appearance, but I have the impression that this one made a good job with it. Like really, me, what I was the most stressed about, it was the chemistry with the characters, around him, and in fact, it totally functioned. And maybe what I saw as a difference, it's the fact that he was interpreting Geralt being a little more kind, and I was a little disturbed by that, but at the same time, it's totally explained by what this season was about for Geralt. The fact that Geralt, during this season, was forced to open himself to other people, to accept help from other people, and to admit that he needs other people around him. Like, at the end, the company that he has around him, there are really a lot of people, and yes, it's going with Geralt changing. If, for example, Yennefer changed a lot during the previous seasons, and in fact not that much during that one. Now we have Geralt during now we have Geralt during this season who changed a lot, and I think that making it during this season when they were changing the actor, that was a good idea. And the second thing that I said yesterday on stream to try to resume my opinion about this season without any spoiler, it was to say that for the story, I appreciate this season, but maybe I can anticipate, some bad reviews about the fact that they didn't have the impression that a lot of things happened and all. But it's mostly because of the fact that they are searching for Ciri, they can't find her, and it's really difficult. And in fact, for me, they wrote this season to be the first part of a big season. I have the impression that it's in fact one big season divided in 2 seasons. That's this season and the next one were really written together. And I can feel like that also for how it's built this season. Like for example, right now it's gonna be the final episode, and I don't expect a big event like normally we have at the end of seasons, like we had at the end of the previous season. Like for example, the battle, Vilgefort, Yennefer, everyone, it was a couple of episodes ago when normally it should have been the end of the season, like it was something big, when right there during this episode, what are we gonna have? Like, Geralt is gonna visit the druids to try to find a way to find Ciri, but maybe we're gonna have, hey, at the end, okay, she's there. That's not what I call a big event. For Yennefer, she already had her fight before, so nothing more really big can happen. Maybe it's gonna be with Ciri, she's gonna face, the Witcher, fight with him, and also the other rats, they're gonna be involved. I suspect that at least one of them is gonna die, which is gonna be bad. I hope that it's not gonna be her lover, Ciri's lover. We'll see about it. But what, Ciri is gonna go darker, explore more her dark side. It can be something big, her using her power, but for the bad reasons. But again, is it a real bad event like we had end of the previous season? I'm not so sure. So really for me, in fact, this season is the first part of a big season. This season and the next season, they are written to be together. That's how I felt it. We'll see if I'm right or wrong about that impression, with this episode and how it's gonna end. If we're gonna have something big happening during it, if we're gonna have the impression that, yes, for the rhythm it's functioning. Me, for a season of that kind of show, I want for the intensity, and for the action to be more important, more intense, with time. And see, for this season, I have the impression that, yes, it's increasing, but in fact, not that much, like it's more something like that and something like that. So, we'll see. We'll see with this final episode if I'm right or wrong about that impression. Let's go guys for this final episode. Again, if you want to remember that I have a Patreon on which you can have these reaction videos earlier for the entire season, but now if you're watching this final episode on YouTube, it doesn't count for you. But what can count for you, it's the fact that these videos on Patreon, they're not gonna disappear, they're never gonna be blocked. You have them with a longer reaction part with the level 2, the 4 reaction part with the level 3, and everything in full opacity. If you can be interested also to support this girl, even if it's just for one time, just for The Witcher for 1 month, it can be truly appreciated. Let's go guys for this episode. No, they're not. Fight, you could have gone with them. Always making friends everywhere.
It appears we've passed the danger, my friends. Sure, on a river that makes us everyone's enemy. There's no place for that. Let's just be glad we weren't fucked in the moment.
Archers, northern side!
Oh, really? Enemies everywhere.
Northerners on the south shore, not Guardians on the north. Stop trying to make sense of war!
You're right. Can you do something about it, Regis?
Yes, they do like a little creativity, don't they? But I think they hurt you. Look at that.
Something which is gonna destroy the boat. You should jump.
We're all gonna die.
Jump? Miroir? It's she's amazing.
That was quite an entrance.
Someone had to save your asses. You know what's crazy? I actually thought we could do it.
Me too.
I really believed because we wanted it so badly that we would finally destroy Vilgefortz.
You're not gonna blame her for that.
Wait, where's Ciri? Emily hasn't got her, Philippa. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
You're
I thought she's
sincere.
your daughter.
You're sincere with that.
Now it truly feels over. All of this.
You can rebuild.
When I found you, I asked you, how will you be reborn? I was building an army. I thought that in order for us to survive, we sorceresses had to become soldiers. So
You had to for something.
this whole time, I've been overlooking something that was right in front of me. Our sisterhood. Gather the others.
That's your best strength.
Even at its conception, the Brotherhood was an exercise in contradiction, fueling hate and distrust for anyone who was different, pushing us into royal alliances, pitting us against each other. But in the course of weeks, we, the women in this room, have managed to combine our magic, our methods, to make allies of old enemies. Angela, you're stronger than all of us.
She made more sacrifices, you know, and a lot of you.
It's like all my life I've only ever known one primal instinct. And that's been to seek out the powerful and not gone. So you showed up at my door. You're right at home. You know, it turns out that our strength, all of our strength, is innate. And stronger. Together. And together, we can clean up this mess.
Mm-hmm.
The future of magic is still at risk. Ciri is still at risk. We'll find her. We make sure there's a home for her to come back to. And we build a lodge of sorceresses. And we do it our way.
You're gonna be the new Tisaya.
That's it. Don't mind us. We're just a gang of happy-go-lucky misfits. Now,
Bonjour, someone will look at some point. Their job.
I'm it.
No. Did she take the potion?
All right. The symptoms are clear. She's miscarrying.
Thanks for announcing it.
And they are preparing for an attack. I think they're gonna be occupied. They're not gonna care about you.
This is our fight.
No, for her.
Why aren't you listening? I said leave me.
Your privacy, yes, but no one's leaving you behind. Squirrel, you saved our hides. And a dwarf never leaves a debt unpaid. We're getting out of here. What rank did you hold in the Nilfgaardian army? I was an officer. Not willing to kill the very thing you once were. You finally understand what I'm not anymore.
For the two of you to work together that much, I did not expect it. He called you Maria.
What are the chances they were both dropped on their head as babies? Even an officer and a witcher are no match for an entire army of nutheads. Go, come here for me, Lark. I promise. Come on, then I will find out. Let's go cut some milky bastard.
Until I say it first. So turn your horses round and fight! What are yours?
All of it for the
Okay, here, you know, that strength,
I must feel this man's boots. So far up your asses.
you have the right words to motivate them.
Let's fucking move! But they will clear the path to Cape Town. I thought you were foolish to try this.
And then you came anyway. I'm glad you didn't kill me now.
I'll let you know.
I don't want to get them. They're only a few now. Oh, but more coming in fact. And led by someone bigger. You as well! Zoltan, you as well. The musical scene. Okay. Tu as dit. Zoltan, you're gonna survive the fight. More! How many waves? Good idea. Block the RCs to get also some enemies during the thing, but mostly for the RCs to not be able to cross it. Uh-oh. Huh? What? Coming from the queen side? Your turn to shine.